always a pleasure to have you with us right here on Citizen TV. This is One on One. My name is Lillian Muli, and the promo that you just saw has been airing all week. We're very excited to have with us in studio top actor from Ghana, Majid Michel, who is arguably one of the most talented actors in Africa. From his good boy roles to his bad boy roles in movies, Michel is always an entertaining character to watch on screen. The award-winning actor has starred in a lot of Nollywood movies, including Being Mrs. Elliot, Knocking on Heaven's Door, Bursting Out, Forgetting June, 30 Days in Atlanta, The Department. I could go on and on. And of course, very, very proud once again to have him with us here in studio. The hashtag is One on One, or SMS us using 22422. Habari yako.
Hi, asante.
How are you, Majid? Thank you for joining us.
Incredible, thanks. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, you have a huge following here in Kenya. As you know, as I was telling you earlier, Citizen TV is the home of Afro cinema, so you are a household name here.
I'm at the right place.
You're at the right place.
Yes.
So tell us about your experience featuring in Nollywood movies. Tell us how this journey started. You're from Ghana, so how the transition to...
The story is not extraordinary. I was just, right after school, I was looking for a job, and I enrolled in a modeling agency, got an audition for radio. It was a drama series on radio we were doing, and then the director says, I want to put this on TV. So he put it on TV, and that was it. I got the role, and producers from outside said, well, I want this guy to be in my film. That's it.
Yeah, and Nollywood describes you this way, and I'll say this quote unquote: his intensity is concentrated in his eyes, and he uses it so well, so it is understandable, we'll zoom into your eyes, that he always gets roles in which love and women and the seduction of them play a large role. How true is this player role? This is what you do most of the time. These are the roles you get.
It's just a script.
Yeah.
I choose a script.
Yeah. So
they bring the script, I read it, I like it, I say, let's do it.
Ever uncomfortable playing some of those roles where you have to be this lover boy, where you have to seduce this girl?
No, a film is the size of life. You have to find a way to make the viewer believe that this is really happening.
Yeah. Great. So you've been quoted as bemoaning the fact that the Nigerian movie industry is fast losing its art due to its focus on equipment. Let's talk about that.
Well, earlier on, we were being blamed to do good stories but bad productions. Now the production with the cameras, the lights and the equipment we've improved on that, and now the thing is reversing. Now the true art is being lost.
Yeah. So you feel...
Because the directors are more consumed now, and the attention and focus goes on these expensive equipment, then the attention on the actor is gone.
Yeah. Does this also have or tie into the fact that Nollywood is also producing movies every other day? How is that affecting the quality of production?
It's a business. The producers are the money men, and these people want to make their money back. So they shoot fast for the production to be over quick. Yeah. To go on the next one.
So before we get into what brings Majid into the country, I was going through some of the tweets that were coming in, and a few of the guys that are tweeting say your voice seems a bit raspy nowadays. Have you been exerting your voice too much? What's going on with your voice?
I just spoke right now at the Nairobi Gospel Assembly House of Transformation just before I came here for over 1 hour. I've strained it. I have a funny voice. I've strained it a bit, so it's just a bit but it sounds good on telephone.
Yeah. Okay. It sounds good on telephone. Yeah, because I mean, this is something that I also read up in a radio interview that you did, where the presenter also asked you the same question about...
Well, if you follow my movies, you realize whenever I shout or I strain the voice, it cracks a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, it's been there for a while.
Okay, yeah, so take lots of water and lemon. So let's talk about your assessment of the Kenyan movie industry. I was talking to you earlier and I was telling you that Citizen TV is big on local productions. So what do you think about the Kenyan movie industry? And if you haven't come across any of our productions, what do you think will boost the African movie industry, not just Kenya per se?
You need actors that want to act because it's their passion. You don't need actors who want to act because they want to be stars. You go to the airport and they ask you, the immigration asks you, what do you do? And you say, I'm a superstar. What does that mean? You're an actor, not a superstar.
So you don't think you're a superstar?
I'm an actor.
You're not a superstar?
No.
Wow.
Well,
this is even after starring in countless movies?
No, what I'm saying is, these are the actors you need to identify with in your industry to make it strong and build it. If you have actors that are coming in because they want to be famous, then the purpose has been lost from the beginning. You need people with a passion who want to do this as an art, not because he wants to be famous. So the directors need to identify in the industry who's who.
The passion.
And bring these people in.
Right. So I want to talk about the fact that despite being this heartthrob actor, you have been married for 10 years. Let's get into marriage.
13.
For 13 years. Wow, that's huge. So just being in the limelight, the fame that comes with that, and still having this healthy marriage or family that works. Tell us about family and how you juggle both. How has celebrityhood not interfered with your personal family life? Because we know a lot of marriages break up.
It's an understanding of the word character. You need to understand what character is and apply it. The root word for the word character is the word statue. Something that's stable, unchanging, doesn't move. So I don't have a private life. There's no such thing as a private life. I won't do anything and wish you never find out. So I am who I am. 3 a.m. this morning, the same person here now.
Despite all the attention you get from women and fans and groupies.
I'm stable.
How do you deal with that, actually? And maybe that's a good pointer. The young upcoming actors, the ones you talked about, seeking the fame more than being in this industry for their passion, and this applies across all genres, really.
The point is leadership in every area. Greatness is measured by influence, and influence is a product of significance. Significance is a product of value. Value is a product of your discipline you have, which you have refined. So value is a product of refinement, and refinement is a product of uniqueness, and uniqueness is a product of gift, and God gave you gift. So first you discover your gift, and it leads you all the way to leadership. Now when you become a leader, you can't separate leadership and spirituality. It's impossible, because your sense of spirituality is what determines your moral foundation, your moral convictions, your value systems, is what informs your ethics. So
are you a spiritual person? I heard a rumor that you're a pastor.
I won't call myself a pastor. I think pastor is a title, and I'm not a pastor. I just have a great interest in talking to people about the Bible and things I've discovered and things that have gone opposite to what I was growing up learning. And
what did you grow up learning?
Well, I was born and raised Catholic. I was baptized in my confirmation, everything. I've been to numerous churches. I've heard preachers preach a lot of things, but then when I read the Bible myself, I discovered something completely different. And I was invited to Uganda a couple of weeks ago, and in Uganda I revealed a lot of things that maybe got an attention of someone from Kenya who saw me talk, and it was nobody but Bishop Rutivi of the Nairobi Gospel Assembly House of Transformation and his wife, and then they invited me to Kenya based on that.
What did you reveal that was so shocking or rare for a person of your caliber?
I'll be talking about it at the Nairobi Gospel Assembly Church tomorrow, and I urge everyone to come and listen to what I'm talking about. Because it's a youth fest, and the major focus is on the youth, and I believe the greatest tragedy nowadays is the fact that the young people think old people are stupid, and old people are too slow and they're not fast, they can't think quick like them. And that's a great tragedy because it's a lie. And yeah, old people are not stupid. Old people have made too many mistakes for you to learn from, and old people have made too many errors that they can't be stupid. And I urge all young people to understand that if you're in the midst of an area with old people, you have to subdue yourself to them, have to give yourself to them as a mentee and let them be your mentor. And you don't have to be an agitator when you're around old people, because there's a lot to learn from them for you not to make the same mistakes they made. And it's a thing in your life and everyone's life. You go to a point in our lives where we thought we knew it all. And you get to a point where it's too late. Then you become the old person now. And now you realize, I wish I didn't do that.
Yeah. So, I'm sure, and somebody's actually already asking, so the fact that you're this spiritual person means that you don't party, you don't drink, you're totally not living that life anymore.
That's one of the greatest tragedies as well. When you say someone is spiritual, it means he's not religious. I'm against religion. I don't believe in religion. Religion, historically, of course, most evil things in the world, and any other thing historically, if you talk about and I'm talking about religions, Christian religion, Hindu, Islam religion, all these religions.
If you don't believe in religion, what religion do you prescribe to? What are you? Are you Christian? Are you Muslim?
I'm a citizen of the kingdom of heaven, and I believe in the Bible, and I believe in the Bible as a word of God, and I don't believe in the Bible as a religious book. I believe in Jesus Christ, and I believe he died, and I believe he came to share a message, and it was a message of the kingdom. And the focus of Jesus wasn't about him dying on the cross. The message of Jesus wasn't Calvary. The message of Jesus wasn't faith. The message of Jesus wasn't prosperity or wasn't healing. The message of Jesus was the kingdom of God has arrived. And there has been a great diversion in this message to people, and the whole message of Christ is lost because the man himself is misunderstood.
Don't you think, Majid, that this is a bit confusing for you to say that?
That is because we're not going deep in, and I urge everyone to come tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
So you urge,
I elaborate.
So for you, that's how you describe what it is that you're all about in terms of your spirituality.
And then, because I believe you talk about the Inquisition, the ethnic cleansing, the Crusaders, if you read about these things, you realize religion cost them. And all these things are bloodshedding, including the Christian faith.
Okay. So what's your next big project in Nollywood? And by the way, why Nollywood and not Ghana? How is the Ghanaian movie industry doing?
My next big project is changing the world. It hasn't got to do with film. I'm not leaving the film industry. But I'm going to change the world through film now.
How? Do you plan to start producing?
We collaborate a lot. I haven't dared producing a film yet because the stress is too much, and I'm putting more of my energy now into changing the world.
Changing the world through your message, through the message that you just spoke to me about right now. Okay. So let's get into you as a person. You live a very busy life, I'm sure. You're filming, you're traveling. What do you do to let loose? What do you do for fun?
I found a great transformation now, a great passion now, and this Majid is not a Majid 10 years ago or 5 years ago. My new discoveries is my new passion, and I have a great passion to find means by which I can make you understand certain things that you haven't known all your life.
But I almost get the feeling that this realization and this transformation has come about from something that perhaps you went through. Would you like to share why this? Because people don't just wake up and change. People don't just wake up and...
I never used to read the Bible myself.
Yeah.
I was always told about the Bible. One day I took the time to read it myself, and that was it.
why did you take the time to read it yourself? Were you bored? Were you...
Yeah, it was one evening, and I had a message on the radio, and that was it. I wanted to find out what these preachers are talking about. And it was nothing. It was opposite. The Bible is different from what people say.
Okay, great. So, are you based in Ghana or in Nigeria?
Ghana.
You're based in Ghana.
Resident.
Okay. And I asked you how the Ghanaian movie industry is doing. I don't think I quite got an answer. How is the Ghanaian film industry doing?
Ever since piracy came in and internet became strong, it dropped. Because the movies now are going free on the internet, and producers weren't making money anymore. And that is what actually helped me. Because when the industry became slow, then I found myself.
Out of all the movies that you've done or that you've featured in, which one would you say, and I know this is a bit of an unfair question, but which one would you say is your favorite? Where do you feel like you really gave it?
Somewhere in Africa.
Somewhere in Africa. And that's actually what a lot of people are saying, that your performance in that particular, yes, was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, but why? Why for you somewhere in Africa?
Because it was a very challenging role. I played two people at the same time, two different people. My complexion was like 3 shades darker for one guy in the normal complexion. It was basically the challenge I went through to do it.
Having to switch from one character to the next.
And changing my accent to an accent you can't place.
Yeah. So we want to see you in your element. How possible is that? You know, what do you do like before you psych up? I mean, how do you psych up before you get into character? Can you get into character for us right now? Like, what do you want to play? What do you want to, like, say we're starring in a movie together. What character do you want to assume? Just like for a second or 5 seconds. Let's see you in character.
So tell me, are you a spiritual person?
Yes, I am.
You believe in the supernatural?
Yes, I do.
I'm a demon.
Okay, I beg, be gone. You're a demon, seriously? Who says that on national television? I'm actually frightened.
Cast me out.
I cast you out. Be gone. You're really good. You're really good. So once again, this is your second visit to Kenya. You had told me that earlier. What about our beautiful country? Are you finding extremely exciting now that you're back here? What is it that what changes have you observed?
Kenyans,
what have you?
Kenyans are really intelligent people.
Yeah.
The people are smart. I hardly see that. The people are not ignorant, which is good. Which is why I'm coming back to involve filmmakers, young people. Thing is, the system we grew up in teaches us to find a job, not to find our talent and our gift. And with smart people like Kenyans,
the system we grew up in teaches us to find a job, not a talent and not a
not
gift.
to find your gift. It teaches you to go to school and be employed.
Yeah.
It doesn't teach you to find your gift and deploy yourself. Because your leadership fruit is your gift.
Yeah.
You don't become a leader by your job. Your job, what you get paid to do, never makes you a leader in your area of gifting. So you need to find your gift, which God gave you. Then that makes you unique. then you refine your uniqueness. That gives you value. After you become valuable, people pay you to be yourself.
Right. And the hashtag is #1on1. We want to take your tweets as we close this interview. I know you've been tweeting, continue tweeting using the hashtag #1on1. I'm talking to Majid Michel. He is a Ghanaian actor, very big in Nollywood and, of course, across Africa. This guy should spend some time with Kenyan filmmakers and train them. It's a blessing to have you. This is Mark Eduardo. And Bani Kenneth, Majid Michel is an icon. It's not about superstardom, but passion for acting. And Bani Ken is one of our big stars, actually, in the country. Majid Michel is my mentor. I love how he speaks his mind out. He makes you see reason. Thank you. Motiga, you're saying this guy makes movies interesting to watch. I like his character outside movie world. Lynette, you're saying, Majid, big up. You so humble and encouraging. God bless your work, you and your family. So you're getting a lot of love from Kenya. Have you had our nyamachoma, ugali, mokimo?
Ugali. I had ugali yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like that. I had all.
With what?
With okra mixed with some soup.
Oh, come on, you can't be coming here to have your West African food.
No,
you need
but
to come and eat our
but I ate ugali.
Or a kuku kienyeji. Don't, I mean, leave that for home. Majid, okay, so as we close, a word of encouragement for all the young people and your fans that are watching you. Majid is here in the country to mentor the youth, actually, and he just told you where you can find him tomorrow. So once again,
Nairobi Gospel Assembly Church, House of Transformation. It's a Garden Estate Road off Thika Superhighway Exit 7. Come there tomorrow 10
a.m.
Be there. I'm going to talk for hours. My voice will be clearer. When I was gone, come tomorrow, hear me clear and listen. There will be things happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
Don't miss out.
Okay. So, 2 words to that lost young man or woman out there who looks up to you, perhaps for inspiration, who thinks it's all about the fame. Yeah.
There are 7.4 billion people on Earth right now, and I can tell you that 98% of them don't know their purpose on Earth. First of all, find your gift. Deploy yourself. What wakes you up in the morning? What will you do and keep doing even if you don't get paid to do it? That's your purpose. Find it. Refine it. That is what makes you unique. That is you. When you make yourself valuable, people pay you to be yourself. But that is after you have discovered who you are. So who are you? Your gift will tell you who you are. Find it. I can't talk for too long. Come tomorrow to the Nairobi Gospel Assembly House of Transformation, 10 o'clock, and we'll talk about purpose. Then you'll find yourself.
Thank you. Can I get a high five? Yes, that was awesome. We've been talking to Majid Michel. Such an inspiring story. It's not about the fame, it's about the passion, like you said. I think that's a good point to take home. That's #1on1. We'll be back with all the day's sports. I want to take a break now so that I can take a selfie. We'll be right back.